Around 2018, the owner of this Mustang bought the car. It is a bright tangerine clear coat metallic car, and out of these Mustangs, there were only 829 of them produced. I really like this color. There were two of these in my neighborhood growing up. One was a coupe, just like this, with black leather interior, and the other one was a convertible with a white top and white interior. This one actually has medium graphite interior, so one of the rarer of the bright tangerine orange Mustangs made. As a matter of fact, with this combination and a 5-speed manual, that makes this car one of 52 produced with these combinations. I actually found a really cool article about Gene and David, who purchased this bright tangerine orange Mustang GT 5-speed graphite interior car brand new in Illinois. They ordered it that way. Really cool to see. It's basically the exact same car, and that's where they had talked about how this is one of 52, and they take this car to the MCA, or the Mustang Club of America, shows around the country. So that's pretty cool to see, and they've taken really good care of this. They actually daily drove it, and it is a beautiful car, and they are preserving it. So when the owner of this car bought it, it had the chrome bullet wheels, and the car was actually located in Alabama. And it also had a set of headlights with kind of the projector look on it, and he would go to change those out, which I think was a great choice because they did not look good in my opinion. But still, really awesome car to have. Very rare, very neat, awesome color, and I just love these. They were only made in 1996 in this color. And so here's some pictures of the car as the owner had it, and they were just enjoying it and driving it around. It had around 150,000 miles on it, and that's how they were enjoying it. So not a super low mile car, but a nice one. And I like to see that a lot of these have a lot of miles on them. As you look into these cars, it's not very often that you find one with lower miles. I did find one with 5,000 miles on it once for sale, and that would have been a good one to buy. But they did change the headlights, so that looks so much better, and it's the factory look, and I really like that. I love the way this car looks, especially from the back side with the black valance on the bottom of the bumper. Very cool car. So I enjoyed watching this car on Instagram, as the owner would post pictures of it every once in a while. They were actually getting their pilot's license, and I found that very interesting. I grew up with aviation at the same time I had my 97 Mustang, and there's another guy on Instagram I really like to follow, 96_tangerine GT, and he is also into aviation and has a tangerine orange Mustang GT, so a lot of similarity there. And his just passed 489,000 miles, trying to get to that 500,000 mile mark, 500,000 mark, and his car looks great, so pretty awesome. But anyway, back to this tangerine Mustang. I was watching it and noticed that he had a little bit of a mishap where somebody ran him off the road when it was raining, and there was nowhere to go but down to the side, into the grass, into the water. And fortunately, it didn't really hurt anything, but it did get pretty deep into the water there. You can see in this picture he's standing with it up to his shins at least, and it did get inside into the carpet, which, you know, isn't too bad as long as it didn't get the computer. And he said the car was fine, they got it out and everything was fine there. But he was continuing to enjoy the car, and he let his friend drive the car one day, and unfortunately, well, his friend had the car out. Somehow the car got involved in a car accident and totally destroyed the whole front of the car. It was really sad to see this super rare tangerine orange Mustang wrecked like this, and I felt really bad, and I was asking him questions, and I'd see his posts, and he came to the conclusion that he was going to part the car out since it had about 140,000 miles on it, and the damage was pretty bad. So awful to see. A lot of damage done in just a couple seconds from a bad decision, and it's really sad to see this. It's really hard to see a car that survived for so many years and had so much potential to be wrecked like this. And here's the airbags out. You think after 25 years those airbags still work perfectly. It's really too bad to see. And if you've watched my YouTube channel lately, you'll see that I've actually saved two Mustang GTs that have been wrecked really bad in the front. and I've repaired them and put new front ends on them and just done what I could to bring these cars back to life. And so I've noticed how it can be done, and you can go and get parts like this at wrecking yards off Mustangs that are in there. And I was hoping that something like that would happen with this car, because it is possible to fix Mustangs like this depending on how devoted you are. And I know sometimes it takes a lot of money if you pay a shop to do it or something, but I did all of this for a very, very low price, and I'm very happy with this Mustang GT. I drive it every day. My wife drives it. We enjoy it a lot, and it's nice to give a car a new life again. So I was pretty sad to see this tangerine orange Mustang wrecked, and I was pretty sure it was a goner for good until I noticed that the owner of the car had sold it, but he posted something on his story on Instagram, and it was a picture of this car getting put back together. So I'm so happy that somebody has saved this car and they're working on it. And I'm sure there's a lot of work to do, and it's not all 100% certain until it's done, but I think this car is going to be back on the road. So that is a great update. It is a great thing to see, where I thought this car was completely gone. So I hope them very well. I hope this works out and that the car can be restored. Very low production car, very cool to see. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm glad to share this good news, and stay tuned for more Mustang content.